Hello students, today we are going to see the last topic of chapter 10 wave optics, diffraction. Diffraction means when light strikes on an opaque object, it bends on the corners of the object and it enters into the shadow region. So let me see with the diagram. We have two slits. Here we have a screen. Okay, so this is our expectation. When light comes straight from two slits, it hits on straight. Okay, this is the expectation. Here we have bright. This region known as dark shadow. Okay, this is our expectation. So here we have screen. But what happened actually, the reality is when light comes through the slit, it comes like a wavelets, correct? So light travels through wavelets. Now this place acts as a point source. From point source we have spherical wave. So light will move as a wavelets. If you draw perpendicular to the wavelets, a perpendicular line, then it will move like this. So light will bend at the corners of the edge. So in this corner, light wave will bend. So this process known as diffraction. And here we have dark shadow region, but light enters into that shadow region. So when two waves meet, here we have constructive interference, we have bright spot, or we can say it's central bright. Okay, so here also we have bright, in between we have dark shadow region. So light also enter into the shadow region. This is our reality. This is what actually supposed to be happen, but because of diffraction, the light wave bend at the corner, hence it goes towards the shadow region. Okay, so this process known as diffraction. We can say this is observation 1. Okay, so this is observation 1. In second observation, we have a point source from which light wave will come. So this light wave will hit on the screen. Here we have screen. So this region known as illuminated region, which means we have all the bright spot. But when light hits on this corner, okay, sunlight goes straight, but due to this corner, sunlight undergo diffraction. Okay, so this light wave undergo diffraction and it hits on the shadow region. Here we have shadow region. Okay, so because of this diffraction, we have alternating bright and dark spot here. So this is our dark, and here we have bright, again we have dark, again we have bright, then dark, and it goes on. Okay, so this is our second observation. This is our opaque object. So fringes will produce in such a way that it will produce somewhat like this. So initially we have, I take this is bright. Okay, this is bright fringe. Then when we go further, the thickness or the intensity of bright fringe slightly less. Then further we go, it will be again less. Then further we go, it will be again less. So likewise, we have bright fringe, and the brightness of the fringe will be lesser, and brightness further lesser, brightness further lesser. So like that we will get bright fringe and dark fringe alternatingly. Okay, so when light strikes an opaque object, it bends around the corner of the object and it enters the shadow region, that is known as diffraction. So light will bend and enters the shadow region. So the rest of the region we have both bright and dark spot, but not equal bright, not with equal intensity or equal amplitude. The intensity will be in decreasing order. Okay, so here we have more brightness, slightly less brightness, lesser again, here also again lesser with this. So like that the brightness will reduce in each pattern, each fringe. So from the diffraction we have three observation, we have 3 points. When light strikes on an opaque object, it bends and enters the shadow region. Okay, the definition of diffraction. Then there is no sharp boundary between shadow and illuminated region. So as we see, the brightness will reduce in each case, in each fringe, each alternative fringe, the brightness will reduce. So there is no sharp edge. Okay, so here fully brightened and here fully illuminated, no like that. Okay, so first brightness and then brightness decrease and then again brightness decrease and then it will mingle with the illuminated. Illuminated means there is no bright fringes. Okay, totally white region. So like that there is no sharp boundary between shadow and illuminated region. Then third one, dark and bright fringes produced between shadow and illuminated region. So alternatively we have dark and bright fringes because of constructive and destructive interference. Clear? So here we have an important topic, that is single slit diffraction. Okay, so let's take one single slit. Let's take one single slit. So through the single slit we have slit here. Through the single slit we have light. This light will move as a curve. Okay, will move as a spherical wave. Then according to Huygens principle, each point, each locus on the spherical wave will behave as a secondary source. Correct? So each locus on the wave front will behave as a secondary source. So this is first wave. In first wave, each part will behave as a secondary source. So in each part, each point, we have another spherical wave in each point. Correct? So each point will produce its own light. Then here we have screen. So now each point will produce light on its center. That is also known as central bright fringe. So this point will be known as central bright fringe. Okay, so because of diffraction process, light wave also deflected because of diffraction. Okay, so light won't move in a straight line, it will move like a wave. So because of diffraction, some light wave diffracted. So where it strikes on the screen, here we have first dark. Okay, so central, first dark, and then we have first bright like that. So at central bright fringe, what is the path difference? As you see here, the light rays comes from this point and this point, both cover equal distance, and light rays from this point to this point both cover equal distance. So likewise all the points cover equal distance when it is strike on the center. So the path difference for central bright fringe will be 0. Okay, path difference is 0. Then we take this distance, I mean the thickness of spherical wave taken as a, small a. Okay, taken as small a. So here we have the first dark, highlight it here, first dark fringe occurs at a point where del x equal to lambda. So what is del x? Del x is path difference. So we have first dark fringe when the path difference is, so here we have first light, we can take, here we have second light, so the path difference between these two will be taken as lambda. So we can draw it here. So we have straight line and each point will behave as a secondary source. Okay, so this distance taken as small a, here we have screen. I take this point A, another point B. So in central we have central bright fringe. And we have first dark, I take this point P. So this is our first dark. Okay, this is our first dark. So if we join the central line, we will get the angle theta. Clear? So if we draw perpendicular line, then we will get the path difference. So first dark fringe occurs at a point where del x equal to lambda. So what is del x actually? Del x is this distance, that is the difference between BP minus AP, that is path difference. If BP is 15, then AP may be 13, 12, something like that. So BP minus AP will get the path difference. So we can take it BP minus AP equal to lambda. Correct? So what is BP minus AP? We solved in YDSE. Okay, in Young's double slit experiment, we draw the same diagram. Then we found the del x value. What is del x value? A sin theta. Correct? A sin theta. There we use d sin theta because we used d here. Here we have a. So we can take a sin theta equal to lambda. Remember the formula we used in every topic, where we use d sin theta equal to lambda. Here we use a sin theta equal to lambda. Okay. So here the total path difference taken as lambda. I am talking about path difference. Okay, not fringe with path difference. So total angular path difference taken as lambda. For example, we have 100, first wave, 100th wave. Okay, first light, 100th light. So the difference between these two taken as lambda, path difference taken as lambda. Then what is the half value? Half value means 151. Now what is the path difference? So for 1 to 100 lambda, then 1 to 50, it will be lambda by 2. Correct? So what is the difference? 51 minus 50. 51 minus 50 will be 50. So for 50 wave, 50 difference, 50 wave, we have lambda by 2. Okay. Then 2 to 52. Again the difference, 52 minus 2 equal to 50. So for another 2 to 52, we have path difference again lambda by 2. Then 3 to 53, lambda by 2. So for each point, okay, this is 1, this is 100. Okay, 100. Then 150, 151, we have lambda by 2. Okay, then 252, we have again lambda by 2. Then 353, again we have lambda by 2. So likewise, the total difference between two wave is 50. Then we have the path difference as lambda by 2. Okay, so we can take our sine theta from this formula. Sine theta equal to lambda by a. So this is the value for first dark. Then as we know, theta equal to very small. If theta is very small, then we take sine theta as theta. Sine theta as theta. Then we can write theta equal to lambda by a. So this is for first dark. Then further we can write sine theta is very small, so we can take sine theta as tan theta. Then from this value we can write tan theta equal to lambda by a. Okay, instead of sine theta we take tan theta equal to lambda by a. Then what is tan theta? Opposite by adjacent. Correct? So opposite this distance actually y, fringe width, and this distance is capital D. So for tan theta opposite by adjacent, y by d equal to lambda by a. Okay, then y first dark, the distance is taken as lambda by dA. Sorry, d lambda by a. Sorry. D lambda by a. So this is the formula for first dark. Okay, then second dark. Okay, second dark occurs at a place where our path difference is 2 lambda. So we have second dark where our path difference is 2 lambda. For example, I take another dark here, somewhat here. Okay, I take the point is Q. So here we have BQ, here we have AQ. Correct? So the distance is BQ minus AQ will be 2 lambda. Is our path difference. Okay, so now here we take 1 to 100, we have lambda. Now 1 to 100 wave, we have path difference as 2 lambda. Correct? Then what is the value of 1 to 51? 50 difference, 1 to 51, 2 lambda by 2. So 2 lambda by 2. Here because we divided with 2, 50 difference. Initially it is 100, again it is 50. So the difference is 50. So we have to divide this with 2. 2 lambda by 2 will be lambda. Okay. Then 1 to 51 we have lambda. Okay, 1 to 51 we have lambda. Then further we divide from 1 to 51, we can divide into 2, that is 1 to 26. So again if I divide it with 2, then we have lambda by 2. So my 1 to 26 wave, I have lambda by 2 path difference. Then 2 to 27, again lambda by 2. 3 to 28, again lambda by 2. So likewise the value will change. Okay, so for each 25 value I have path difference lambda by 2. For each 50 value I have path difference lambda. From 1 to 100 value I have path difference 2 lambda. Okay, so this is meaning like that. For each 25 path difference is lambda by 2. Because we see 1 to 100 we have, okay, 1 to 100 we have total distance as 2 lambda. Then 1 to 50 we have this distance as lambda. Then further I can divide 1 to 25, this distance is lambda by 2. Here we have lambda by 2, here lambda by 2, here lambda by 2. So 4 lambda by 2 will be 2 lambda. Correct? Lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2. So I divide this 100 into 4 parts. Then each part have lambda by 2 path difference. Then 4 lambda by 2 will be 2 lambda. So from 1 to 100 I have total second arc at 2 lambda distance. Okay. So here what is the formula? The same method, theta 2d will be given as 2 lambda path difference. So 2 lambda by a. Then theta is very small. So we can take sin theta as tan theta. Now our tan theta equal to 2 lambda by a. Then tan theta opposite by adjacent. So opposite is y. Adjacent is d. So y by d equal to 2 lambda by a. Then from this we can find second arc, y2d equal to 2 lambda d by a. So this is for second arc. For first arc 1d lambda by a, second arc 2d lambda by a, third arc 3d lambda by a. So likewise it will go on. Then for nth arc we take nd lambda by a. Okay, so y nth will be nd lambda by a. Then theta for nth arc will be n lambda by a. Okay, n lambda by a. Then bright fringes. So now we have fringe pattern somewhat like this. Take this is central bright. Okay, first dark, second dark. Here also first dark, second dark. So where we have first bright, we have first bright between first dark and second dark, correct? So what is the path difference of first dark? For first dark we have d lambda by a. For second dark we have 2d lambda by a. Then in between we have first bright. Now tell me in between what is the path difference? Here we have 1d lambda, here we have 2d lambda. In between we have 1.5, correct? So in between we have 1.5 d lambda by a. We can write 1.5 as 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 will be 1.5. Then 3 by 2 d lambda by a is the path difference for first bright. Okay, so here also we have first bright 3 by 2 d lambda by a. From this first bright occurs where del x equal to 3 lambda by 2. Okay, so we can take del x as a sin theta equal to 3 lambda by 2. Clear? From this take sin theta equal to 3 lambda by 2. So theta is very small. We can take sin theta as theta. So theta first bright will be 3 lambda by 2a. Here we have a. Okay, then again sin theta is very small. So we take sin theta as tan theta. So tan theta equal to 3 lambda by 2a. Then tan theta is y by d equal to 3 lambda by 2a. From this we take y first bright will be 3d lambda by 2a. Okay, so this is the distance for first bright, 3d lambda by 2a. Then second bright, so second bright will occurs at a place where path difference is 5 lambda by 2. Okay, next value 5 lambda by 2. So here we can also write theta 2b will be 5 lambda by 2a. Then y2b will be 5 d lambda by 2a. Okay, so the value will goes on. Then we can take theta nth b. For brightness we take 2n plus 1 lambda by 2a. Then y nth bright we have 2n plus 1 d lambda by 2a. Okay, so if we substitute 1 here, 2 into 1 1, 1 plus 1, sorry, 2 into 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 lambda by 2a. Okay, if we substitute 2, 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 1 5 lambda by 2a, second bright. Then if we substitute 3, we have 7 lambda by 2a, third bright. So likewise it will goes on. Okay, so 2n plus 1 lambda by 2a will be our answer for nth bright. Then how to find fringe width in diffraction? So we know fringe width, the distance between two consecutive dark fringe will be the fringe width of bright fringe, correct? Similarly, the distance between two consecutive bright fringe will be the fringe width of dark fringe. So we can take the distance. Here we have central bright, first dark, first bright, second dark, second bright. So for first dark, what is the path difference? Lambda by a. For first bright, 3 lambda by 2a. Then second dark, 2 lambda by a. Second bright, 5 lambda by 2a, and it will goes on. So let's take the difference for central bright. Okay, here we have 1d, 1b, 2d, 2b. So we have a central line for central bright and diffraction line for first dark. So let's take this angle theta and this angle theta. So for angular fringe width for central, angular fringe width for central bright, what's the value? Here we have theta, here we have theta. So theta plus theta equal to 2 theta. And we know here lambda by a, here also lambda by a. Correct, lambda by a. So total will be, we know theta equal to lambda by a. 2 theta will be 2 lambda by a. So this is the fringe width only for central. Okay, then what is the fringe width of first dark or dark fringe width? Bright fringe width. So we take for bright. So fringe width between, distance between second dark and first dark will be bright fringe. Okay, so second dark minus first dark, we have bright fringe of first bright. Okay, fringe width. So what is second dark? 2 lambda by a minus first dark lambda by a. So the answer will be lambda by a for bright. Okay, so let's take dark fringe width. For dark, distance between bright, two consecutive bright. So second bright minus first bright. So what is second bright? Second bright 5 lambda by 2a minus first bright 3 lambda by 2a. So take 2a common, 5 lambda minus 3 lambda, 2 lambda by 2a, 2 get cancelled, then lambda by a is the width of dark. So if you see here, both bright fringe and dark fringe have the same width, lambda by a, but central bright only have the width of 2 lambda by a, which means central bright have broad area, whereas bright and dark fringe have small area. Okay, narrow region. Clear? So this total area for central, but dark have only small area. Okay, so if we draw a graph between intensity and theta or sin theta, then we have graph somewhat like this. This is for central bright, the path difference is 0. Then first dark, path difference lambda by a. Okay, So lambda by A. Then first bright path difference 3 lambda by 2A. Then second dark 2 lambda by A. Then second bright 5 lambda by 2A. Okay. Then third dark 3 lambda by A. So it goes on. So for first bright, what is the fringe width? Fringe width value is 2 lambda. Okay. So here the value is 2 times multiplied with bright fringe, dark fringe value. So 2 times multiplied means this much of height. This is the maximum intensity for bright fringe, central bright fringe. Okay. Then another bright fringe will be here. So another bright fringe width will be half of the central bright. Okay, here lambda by 2, but here 2 lambda by 2. So it is twice time, or we can say this is half time of this value. So half time means we have only here half time for first bright. Then second bright, third bright, fourth bright. So all the bright have same width. Then for second bright also it have same width. Okay. Then dark fringe. So dark fringe have 0 value. I mean dark fringe have the width, but the brightness is very less. Okay. So we can take less brightness for dark. Okay. Similarly here also dark value will be on the axis. So if we connect this, we will get the graph somewhat like this. I'm sorry. So this is the graph of intensity. So for intensity in center we have more brightness, and then brightness will be less, and then again brightness will be less. Okay. So this is not a graph of theta versus fringe width. This is the graph between theta and intensity. So intensity will be lesser when you go from bright to the nth value. Okay. So here the fringe width will be slightly lesser. Again it will increasing, again further it will increasing on the center. So after finishing the center, it will again comes to lesser. So lesser brightness, again the brightness will be very much less, and it will go on. Okay. In center you have this much of bright. The brightness will be more. Okay. This is center bright. Then we have dark, and then first bright will be like this. Thickness also will become. Okay. So thickness also will come here, and thickness will be very much less. So central bright have more thickness, first bright have less thickness, and also the brightness also will be less for first bright. Then we have second dark and second bright. Thickness will be further less, intensity also less. Okay, this is for second bright. Then third dark and third bright. Then further thickness will reduce and brightness also reduce. So likewise here we have maximum, and then decreasing value, further decreasing value, further decreasing value. So likewise the brightness will be in decreasing mode. Okay. So next topic, difference between Young's double slit experiment interference and single slit diffraction. So what is the difference between these two processes? There also we see interference process, here we see diffraction process. There also we got bright fringes, dark fringes. Here also we got bright fringes, dark fringes. But what is the major difference? So the first point, interference occurs between two sources. So diffraction occurs between wave coming from different point of same source. So in a secondary source we have different point, and each point will produce a spherical wave. So diffraction occurs with that spherical waves. Then second point, fringe width of all fringes are equal in YDSE. But here fringe width of central maxima will be more when compared with all the other fringes. Correct? So for central maxima it is twice times. For all the other fringes it is half of the central maxima. So third point, intensity of all bright fringes same in YDSE interference, but in diffraction intensity of all bright fringes different. Okay, it is in descending order. So initially it will be more, and then after it will be less, and further it will be lesser. So likewise it is in descending order, the intensity. Clear? So this is all about chapter 10. Next class we will see the new chapter. Thank you.